What's the show?
Hello and welcome to Movies Over by Hammy, a podcast where we each week take a tie-in menu and we compare it to the movie that it is tied into. And in lieu of that, we
Figure something out.
Or compare it to a Moods Over by Hammy sandwich from Denny's.
So many options for the conceit of the podcast. And I like that you're going back to the voice from 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of falling into it naturally because I am sick, which is also I want to target the 90 minutes because I slammed some Dayquil.
Oh, right, well, Dayquil, that's the stuff, man. That'll fucking, you should have slammed it 90 minutes before we recorded. And fucking get.
Well, that's the NyQuil. And then I fight through it and then we're in Sleepy Town.
We in sleepy business. Well, I spent the time, as you can see, wisely trying to even out my lighting and make it all good and cool looking. And then you turn on your computer camera and the lighting just kind of looks fine. Do you have a window that's like, is that natural lighting?
Yeah, we've got a huge bank of 3 windows.
What's the fucking weather like up there in Minnesota right now?
It's so sunny out, but I need to wear a big sweater because it's like 40 degrees.
Oh, it's that sunny. That's my favorite, is the sunny cold.
I hate it. I hate sunny cold.
Really? What do you like?
Give me sunny hot. I mean, I
move
like
to California.
I like a 70 degrees.
Move to California, and you can have that for 3 months out of the year. And
I will say I do like the rain a little more than California likes to give you.
Well,
know?
But that's what you think. That's a myth, though. Like, I even wrote a fucking song about that. Like, you know how they say, like, it doesn't rain in Southern California? It rains like a piece of shit motherfucker for 2 months out of every year. Like, that's absolute bullshit. Like, it is so... Like, it rains from December 1st to fucking middle of January. It just pisses rain. And then it's totally dry and everything's on fire. So, meh. What are you gonna do? What do you do? What do you do? Wait. I'm sorry that you have a cold.
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to preface it.
It's hard to tell if you have a cold because you always kind of sound. You always
kind of sound like this.
You sound like not a cartoon character because that would be insulting. Good segue for what we're talking about today. But you definitely sound like a bit of a character. I was really excited when you said you wanted to do a podcast because, you know, somebody who's got a voice that isn't just fucking whatever I've got going on. Jesus Christ.
I've often compared myself to a snuffleupagus.
A snuffleupagus. That's a good one.
But, you know, people sometimes just like to laugh at this voice, which is good, right?
Well, yeah, you could definitely do stand-up. You'd have a lot of like, this is my real voice. Like, that's not what you sound like. I wasn't doing an impression of you. I was doing an impression of somebody who makes a lot of hay out of their voice on the stand-up stage. Like, no, this is my real voice. Veronica Jackson from SNL was one of those people. She had like the super, super high squeaky voice, and she would open all of her stand-up sets being like, this is my real voice. She's also a complete right-wing fucking crazy shitbag, so I guess.
Oh, man.
I hate it when funny people. I hate it when funny people are fucking piece of shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
no. So this week on Movies Over My Hammy.
That's the podcast we're doing right now.
Exactly.
Wow. Did I tell you that I introduced my Star Trek podcast as Movies Over My Hammy, and my co-host had to stop me? My co-host had to stop me and be like, you said Movies Over My Hammy, though. And I was like, no, I didn't. It was the second episode we'd recorded, too. And
you're like, this is the only Star Trek podcast where we compare episodes of Star Trek to the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich.
Dude, that's what we got to do as a monthly thing on the Patreon. Have Al come on and we can compare an episode of Star Trek. You never having watched Star Trek, just pick a random one.
2 episodes so far.
Well, there you go. And that was probably in your adulthood.
Yes, I never saw them as a
You
child.
didn't see the premiere of Star Trek The Next Generation in 1987 when it was on syndication at like midnight? Come on, dude. Grow up.
I would have been -3 years old. Probably not.
Get a fucking time machine, bro.
Yeah, I'll go back and get a time machine, go to an 87 and
you know what's fucked up about time machines? You got to go forward to get the fucking time machine. So it's kind of like you need a time machine to get a time machine, and that shit, that I don't cotton to that. Now, you were trying to tell us what we're going to do this week, and then I was like, hey, have
I derailed you yet?
Continue. No, I derailed you.
Yeah.
I'm a Jason Derulo. Have you ever heard of that singer, Jason Derulo?
Yeah, that was really good. I appreciate it.
I'm going to say it again. I'm a Jason Derelio.
There you go.
This is also a video episode of the podcast too. Go to youtube.com/moviesovermiami for the video for this.
So in this episode, Pizza Hut for some reason did a Space Jam tie-in.
30-year anniversary, if I recall.
30 years.
30-year anniversary of the original Space Jam. 3-year anniversary of Space Jam 2.0.
Is that what that one's called?
A New Legacy. It's like, I
think so.
Gremlins 2, The New Legacy.
Yeah, but New Batch doesn't have the optimism of New Legacy.
Oh, yeah.
New Legacy really insinuates that there will be more than one, and I think they saw the reception to that one, and they're like, that's the legacy. That's the whole dang thing.
A batch, that's just temporary. A batch is a batch is like, you got this batch, you got an next batch. You don't have two batches going at the same usually one,
Yeah. Yeah. That's how batches work.
That's how batches work. I mean, I'm a big time. I worked in a bakery for years. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't have a batch that lasts years. That wouldn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. What's sourdough then?
I didn't work in a bakery. Sourdough, though, I understand this. It's bacteria in a jar.
Yes.
It's bacteria in a jarro.
That sounds like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing.
Oh, dude, definitely. Like if I was writing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon later this afternoon, I would definitely have a bacterioid. And he's like a bread man.
And there's a guy called like Sourdough, and he's like a dog made out of sourdough or something.
Well, that's not, I mean, it would be like a person mutated with now that I think about it.
I'm trying to think of, Sourdough Boy would have been something, I guess. And he's like this
week we're talking about Space Jam. No, I'm just kidding. I was just pretending to take the reins.
La-di-da. Yeah, we're talking about Space Jam and Pizza Hut, of course, because Pizza Hut and Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products are teaming up to celebrate 30 years of Space Jam.
2026, baby. Globo Corp Conglomerate Magnate Globoville brings you slop for your fucking tummy and your brain.
I read that name 3 times. I could not get over it. Like I kept going back to Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products. Wait, here, listen to the full release. You're gonna say AI about 4 times throughout this, and you're not wrong. Oh, do you think this
is AI? You think in 2026 that this fucking absolutely insane sounding bullshit is AI? Okay, lay it on me, bro.
Pizza Hut and Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products are teaming up to celebrate 30 years of Space Jam TM.
Sorry, 30 years of Space Jam TM.
Space Jam TM. Activating a 360 game day campaign that breaks through the March Madness R, the little copyright R. Breaks through the March Madness R noise to drive awareness and consideration. 2 legacy brands, 1 clutch collab. Space Jam TM Triple Treat Box R brings back iconic favorites, 2 pizzas, dunkable breadsticks, and cinnamon sticks to fuel every bracket and buzzer beater. Limited time at participating locations.
Huh. Mm-hmm. So I didn't actually get this promo because I checked and it's just a different color box.
It is just a different color. It's a box sleeve, in fact.
The one thing that I'm missing is a box sleeve. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a limited edition sleeve for your box.
Well, the episode that I edited yesterday, we opened pretty dirty. And, part of me wants to, and I feel bad because I implied that I think you're an ugly man. which I do not. I was trying to do a bit. But when you said it's a limited time sleeve, I did immediately think, well, at least you can fuck it after you
Jesus Christ.
The pizza. My dad listens to this podcast, you know.
That'll be like the perfect size sleeve for my penis, which is the shape
of
and
a large
size
pizza.
Of 3 large pizzas stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay. No, that's a different. So, wow. So it's like a wrap around 3 boxes. Ugh.
Yeah, they're meant to open like a set of drawers.
Oh, I've seen those. I've only one time. So before we'll get to the Pizza Hut of it all, because it's our first Pizza Hut episode. But I hadn't had Pizza Hut probably since 2020, and during the beginning of the pandemic, and I saw that they had those boxes that are like a little filing cabinet, and that's what made me order it, because I wanted my food to come in a little filing cabinet.
Yeah, and they just give you 3 separate boxes. Every time I've gotten this thing, they just give me 3 separate boxes.
We got the box that had the drawers that pulled out.
Really?
Well, we're in Los Angeles.
That's so cool.
You know, we're the big time market, dog. I'm telling you, you got to move out here.
I thought it was a myth.
You move out here, you got a Denny's on every corner. Oh. You got you pay 5 times as much for your rent. You know, I say that. I'm not trying to scare people away.
I actually don't think that's true.
It's really not. Like especially now, you know, like moving to a studio apartment. The problem is you got to find a rent controlled one so you can die in it 40 years from now.
Yeah, that's cool. I do want to die.
Space Jam, 30 years. It's like a pizza. I didn't get the cinnamon sticks. I guess I probably should have ordered all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the cinnamon sticks before, which are fine. They're usually a little dry.
Fine, not great.
The sauce is pretty bad usually for those.
Oh, no. I like that cinnamon. It's like an icing, right?
Yeah, they come with an icing, but it's usually not like gooey enough for actual dipping. It's usually pretty stiff every time I've gotten it.
So you need you get a stiff icing. You want a gooey icing. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Because it is presented as a dip, not as a warm in the microwave and then spread it with a knife.
I think I might be confusing it for the Cinesticks from Domino's, which I have had many more times.
The Pizza Hut breadsticks are quite good in my estimation. I love them very much.
They're like the pan crust. They do like the pan crust, but cut it into breadsticks. I fucking love that shit.
And like the best thing about Pizza Hut is the pan crust and their weird sweet sauce. And like that is the 2 things you get to do with those breadsticks.
So Andrew, would you believe that my Pizza Hut ordering experience for this podcast was in some way weird, and I wasn't able to get the thing that I wanted? Could you fucking...
Did you show up at 6:30 a.m. to Pizza Hut and you rattled on the door? You're like, hey, actually the app says you should be open right now?
Did we talk about this last week that they told me they open at 6? So I found out the problem with that is that all of the lights and stuff and the open sign turns on at 5:30 still, but they changed the hours so they open at 6.
Oh.
So I pulled up at like 5:59 or whatever.
Oh my God.
And they were like, we open at 6. And I pulled up and I was like, that makes so much sense. I've been coming here at like 5:45 or 5:30 and just driving. I did laps. I did laps around the drive-through, like waiting for them to see me. I'm just in, you know.
And just to clarify, this is for Wendy's, not Pizza Hut, right?
No, this is for Wendy's breakfast, which I feel like I need to preface because a lot of people don't know that it's the best fast food breakfast in the land. And if you like fast food breakfast and you're not getting Wendy's twice per weekend, you're fucking up.
I mean, here's the thing. Taco Bell breakfast is pretty good.
I've had that breakfast really Crunchwrap Supreme like once.
It's good. They bumped the price though. There's no box anymore. Now it's like $8 for the value meal or something like that.
So
it's crazy.
My thing is I don't like fast food egg, right? And I think that when you take the egg out of the Taco Bell breakfast stuff, you're getting a lot less breakfasty food than if you take it out of like the egg sandwich.
Taken out. Egg is good. You're wrong about eggs.
Hey, I'm cool being wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things, dude. You're talking to a man who's made a lot of mistakes, dude. Like I don't know what, don't ever see me as a guy who's confidently correct.
Don't knock on eggs.
I just think fast food egg. I only eat eggs a couple ways. We'll talk about it for the rest of our lives on this podcast, but Right now we're talking about Pizza Hut breadsticks. And I mentioned that my order, is this when we talk about the food? Kelsey got me all turned around last week because she was like, we should talk about the food less or whatever. And I was like,
what was so funny to me when we recorded with Kelsey, we did food news, which threw her off. And then
what? And she was like, what is happening?
Then she saw that we were like 40 minutes in the episode after food news and was like, what?
To somebody who hasn't listened to the podcast, I'm sure it's pretty confusing.
And then after that, you went into one or the other. You went into either food or movie, and you were so confident in the order that we do them. You're like, well, of course we talk about this one first.
The food first, right?
You monster. Every single week we don't know which one we talk about first. We don't have a set one.
I thought it was always food first, then movies, then rankings. This is just like the interface thing. This is just like the interface thing. Things that could be solved with a fucking 5-second conversation between the two of us that we never do. So food, move, because you always give the history of the restaurant first, right? Am I fucking nuts, dude? No, we do it with the food first. I edit the episodes, man. I know what order stuff comes in.
What's your history with Pizza Hut? Because I love Pizza Hut.
Oh my God. Pizza Hut.
I'm such a pizza slut.
To hear my dad tell it, we would cry if anything other than Pizza Hut came into the house regarding pizza. And so... I ate it a lot growing up. We ate at the Pizza Hut restaurant hundreds of times. I fucking looked at that jukebox. We spent a lot of time at the Pizza Hut. I probably stopped going to Pizza Hut regularly when they started doing the lunch buffet. That was just kind of around the time that I was like at college or whatever. But then once I moved to a place that had pizza stores other than Pizza Hut and Domino's, I kind of ate those instead for the most part. So I loved Pizza Hut as a kid. I think it's really good now, but it's always seemed as more expensive than Domino's. Like every time nowadays when I pull up the two apps to compare the two, it seems like Pizza Hut's more expensive. But I was there for the Bigfoot pizza.
Did you ever have the My Beloved and Has Never Returned? Probably because it's horrendously bad for you.
The Bigfoot?
The triple deckeroni pizza.
Oh, the triple decker. I remember the triple decker and then the triple deckeroni. The triple decker pizza was on like all the late night talk shows and stuff because it had like the most calories that has ever been. Like it was like you had like 3 sticks of butter or something in it.
It's like you don't eat the whole pizza unless you want to.
Well, dude, if I order a pizza, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat the whole pizza.
The triple deckeroni because it's very important to look upon its visage and see that it was $11. Man, that's crazy.
Well, so
that's less than 3 sticks of butter.
That's good thing. Yeah, nowadays, I'll tell you.
Nowadays, am I right?
Kamala Harris should have done something about grocery prices.
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obamacare.
Jeez.
I don't think I ever had the Deckeroni. I just remember the triple decker, and I remember it being good as fuck. Also good, the Big New Yorker. Pizza Hut specialty pizzas kind of nailed it. Bigfoot. I very, very famously ate an entire Bigfoot pizza at like my 10th birthday party. And then there was the stuffed crust. I remember when they introduced stuffed crust, and it was like, oh my God, they fucking because that led to the triple deckeroni. Like they stuffed the crust first, and then somebody was like, what if we just stuffed the whole pizza, bro? Nobody could cheese at that speed.
Here's the thing I will say about Pizza Hut as like an innovative place. Stuffed crust pretty... Like in my lifetime, I guess. They've been around since 1958. And within my lifetime, they introduced stuffed crust pizza, which is, they took a while to get there. But Domino's started stuffing crusts like last year.
Well, they didn't need to. I don't understand why they decided. They must have just been like, it's like, well, we're not, because it's, okay, so here's the comparison. When Metallica in the late 90s, they would talk shit about like all the new metal bands that use 7-string guitars, right? They're like, we're not going to use 7-string guitars just to tune down as low as possible, like Korn or Limp Bizkit or whatever. You know, if Metallica uses 7-string guitars, we're going to we're going to fucking shred on it. You know, we're going to use all the additional scales that you get from that. And that's what Domino's Pizza did here. They didn't fucking do the stuffed crust after it was first introduced. They're not just going to do it because it's the fad. Like they're going to wait until it's not cool anymore, and they're going to do it right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you only get to make that claim if they never do it. And they did do it.
What the fuck? Is there a cat? Huh. Did a cat just look at the camera?
What do you mean?
Did a cat just look at your camera, or am I fucking... Was there a cat face by your camera?
About? No.
Okay. All right, it's fine. Video episode.
Are you okay?
I'm fucking fine, dude. I'm gonna walk 8 miles after this recording. All right.
Is that a reference to the?
No, I'm gonna walk to a place that's 4 miles away.
Oh, okay.
Then you gotta walk.
I'm gonna
back.
send you this history of Pizza Hut logos because there's some like crazy ones in here that are so weird to me.
Are they racist? Is one of them like a?
No, they just look crazy.
One of them, this 19. Oh, so pull this up. Google evolution of Pizza Hut logo.
To 1970 is nuts.
It looks like the Addams Family's font. The Pizza Hut 1970 to 1974. You know something spooky's going on here.
I know. Their first like 3 iterations feel like they're trying to look like a horror pizza place.
Well. And also I like how you can see when they got to the hut of it. Like they're like, we didn't think of a roof. We didn't think that a hut. What defines a hut?
That's their lights.
Roof. What?
That's like their light, isn't it?
You think that's the heat lamp that they put over the food on the buffet?
No, those are like the lamps they had hanging over the booths. I mean, it's also the roofs of their buildings because they have the weird shaped roofs. But like, didn't they have this same shape?
I don't know, man. You're the research guy. See how I did that? I was like, I was just like, shut it down. Like, I'm not gonna fucking
You're
look.
The person who would have had much more experience with the old version of Pizza Hut interiors.
I always thought that it was the roof. If you were to tell me that it is the lights, I would believe you. And then I would say, I bet they made the lights look like the roof. So in the end, I am still correct. That is how it is to interact with me.
Oh, good.
I'm always correct.
Let's say we all did that, and we're both right. The company's initial mascot, of course, was Pizza Pete.
What's he look like?
He's just a stereotype.
What's his powers?
I think he was just an Italian chef.
Sorry, I got that stuck in my head from YKS, and then they also mentioned it on Guys.
Pizza Pete's pretty good. I do like Pizza Pete. He is just a guy.
He's not
a stereotype Italian chef.
He's like Pizza Party.
He's got like a red and white checkered shirt. He has kind of like a cowboy look to him, honestly. But the big mascot for Pizza Hut that I always remember from my childhood was that slice of pizza that they would like Mr. Bill.
Oh yeah, they squish him
around. Yeah, and we'd just be like, and he had like it looked like a disgusting piece of pizza.
Was that produced by the Mr. Bill animators?
I don't know. I would be.
We'll never.
I mean, he's certainly inspired by them,
of course. But do you want to squish your pizza? That's what I never like. Thinking back on that now, that's weird. Because
the
it's like...
The director of the Pizza Hut commercials was the same guy who directed the Mr. Bill skits.
Of course. We call them sketches, but that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
A skit is what a high school football team does at homecoming, and a sketch is what professionals do on television. But it's fine. We're not going to... A trick is something whores do for money. That always reminds me of that whenever somebody says skit or sketch. A trick is something whores do for money, Michael.
Yeah, maybe the grossest looking piece of pizza because it is 2 pepperonis, 2 black olives on the pepperonis.
Oh my God.
A tiny green pepper sliver for the nose, and then 2 large red pepper slices for the lips.
Do you eat black olives on pizza?
I don't eat black olives.
Me
so
either.
On pizza, no.
I would need to ask my wife, who does eat black olives, is that something you would like? Would you like the black olive? Like if you ordered pepperoni and black olives, do you want the black olives like one on each pepperoni slice? Or do you want to, like, are you like, oh my God, this fucking black olive accidentally fell on this pepperoni slice. This is the fucking shit right here, bro.
Oh, when that flavor combines. Oh,
I mean, to be honest, I feel like olives, they're the most disgusting, one of the most disgusting things this side of a fucking mushroom. But
holy shit.
I don't eat mushrooms. I don't eat black olives.
I've just discovered their current mascot.
Is it a hat?
Horrible.
And they're like, it wasn't a light or the roof. It's this guy's fucking hat. Carmen Sandiego's hat.
His name is Huddy.
Excuse me?
Hutty.
Hutty?
Hutty.
Jabba the Hutty?
Mm-hmm. I think they bring him out for March Madness. He has a red furry body, a Pizza Hut jersey that's very tight. He's wearing some chains, and then his head is the logo.
Huh.
His head is the shape of the logo.
Okay.
And then he just has eyes and a smiley face.
Okay. So that's creepy. I'm creeped out by all of that. All right.
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Is now when I could explain. So here's what happened with my Pizza Hut order.
No one on the corner got swagger like Huddy.
So are they kind of, they're trying to be urban? Like, get at me, dog. Like, I don't like any of that.
Seems a little like that.
I'm not a fan of that. But yes,
get at me with your Pizza Hut.
So I was so excited about this because, like I said, I don't normally order Pizza Hut. And I went, now because I'm ordering Pizza Hut, I can get that sweet. I turned into an Adam Sandler character. I get that sweet pizza, that sweet deep dish pizza crust. Because I wanted
we
that
love
deep
the
dish.
Sandman here. Yeah.
And it's $1 more. So and they did have some good coupons on the app. You get like for $9.99, you get a 1 topping large. For $1 more, you upgrade that to a deep dish. So I did that. And then I did 1 deep dish and I did 1 hand tossed. And after I placed order in the app, and my wife was going to pick it up, she was getting her nails done at the place right by the Pizza Hut. I placed my order in the app, and then my cell phone rings, and it says Pizza Hut. That's not good. You don't want the app that you just put your stuff in. You don't want that to call you on the phone. Like now I'm like, am I going to be talking to an app? Like what is happening right now?
To Huddy.
I could have been talking to Huddy, but no, I was talking to the lady who worked at the Pizza Hut who was there to tell me.
Huddy's a man. Well, I said you're assuming Huddy's a man.
Fair enough. Could be any gender identity. In fact, it would make sense for Hutty to kind of be like a down the middle either or kind of situation. But she called me to say we don't have pan crust. We didn't.
That's crazy.
But here's and then I remembered this happened to me 5 years ago. The last time I tried to order Pizza Hut, and then I just never ordered Pizza Hut again. And so, but it's not that she said we're out of pan crust. This is what this lady said to me. She said, we didn't make pan crusts today. And that seems like, so what does that mean? Like you have them there, you just did not make them? Or that's so, that's so confusing to me. But then here's where I got confused.
Here's the big thing that was happening there. She's just lying, which is fine. Like
they just didn't
she's
have
not
them.
Getting paid enough. Well, I don't know what happened, but I have had this exact same experience with a Pizza Hut before. It is just a different scenario, but it is just lying to cover your ass.
Oh, well,
fine.
Either way, I didn't get a pan pizza. And I thought the difference had been more than $1. So I was like, I don't know, just charge me back the difference then. I don't care. And she was really condescending. She went, we can't refund $1. And I was like, well, obviously I thought the difference was more. And then she was like, do you want extra cheese? And I was just like, normally I don't even fucking get extra cheese. I don't give a shit about it. I haven't gotten extra cheese on a pizza in 30
extra
fucking
cheese
years.
Is a big rip off.
So I said, if you're throwing it on there, fine, we'll do the extra cheese. when the pizza got there, we did hand tossed. I will say extra cheese is the way to go at Pizza Hut. Of the two pizzas, the one that had extra cheese was far superior. Extra cheese is the correct amount of Pizza Hut cheese now. Didn't always used to be the case. Used to be too much. But now it's like perfect. So it was good. And I got a pepperoni, and then I did a 3-topping for $12.99 in the app, and that we did bacon, ham, and pineapple. So we did like a double pig Hawaiian. Yeah, very good. They do the julienne ham instead of Canadian bacon, and that is the bomb.
Yeah, there was a stretch when we lived at a different address. There was a stretch where we were ordering from Pizza Huts. And we would specifically do their like pasta. They had some deal on Tuesday where you could, for like $10, get the 2 pastas and a breadsticks.
Yep.
And one day,
I forgot all about that.
They did the delivery and we got it. And it was just the 2 pastas. And we're like, where are the breadsticks? And the driver's just like, this doesn't come with breadsticks.
Oh, we've ordered this a million times, motherfucker. I know what comes with what.
It does. And they're like, no, this one doesn't. Weird, super weird stuff. But what was even weirder was what had happened with this order. It was delayed. We waited 2.5 hours for this order, I believe. I think it was the same order, and we had called in earlier in that, and the person at the location of Pizza Hut that we called was like, oh, sorry, that person's car got broken into, and they stole the food, so they had to come back, and we're making the food again. And I was like, I don't think any, like, I am led to believe all of these things to be lies, which is fine. Again, you're not making enough money. You won't get pizza.
Lie to me.
I don't care. Lie to me.
Still want my pizza.
Just tell me the truth. Honestly, I don't care.
We didn't bring the breadsticks.
Like, just give me my damn breadsticks. Don't condescend to me and tell me it doesn't come with it. That's the one thing where I'm just like, I do know what comes in the food, and it is the food.
Sometimes I get stuff at a restaurant because I forget that it doesn't come with the thing, and I'll be like, I think this comes with a drink, and they just give me the drink. Exactly. And then I'm like, I walk out and I go, oh, I just bullied that person into giving me a fucking drink. You did unlock a memory of a few years in Fargo. It might have been Minneapolis as well, where we did the pasta because they had that Alfredo chicken pasta pan. That was really fucking good. And we would do pastas all the time. Yeah.
We got a 3-topping stuffed crust pizza with breadsticks. That's what we got. Because it covered all the stuff I would want out of that box. And also, I can't intake the triple treat box and just not have it just go bad. It's too much damn food.
Yeah. Well, I guess we have different attitudes. We would just eat that. We would just graze on that triple treat box over a day or two, and it would be just fine. Yeah. We got an air fryer. Everything is just fine. I do want to mention that the breadsticks from there really do fucking rule. We talked about it earlier, but the crunchy outside, doughy middle, did you have that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
It's really good.
Sometimes they're
really
bad.
Good.
Occasionally they're hard, but very rarely.
Frequently asked questions on the Space Jam Triple Treat Box page. What is the Space Jam Triple Treat Box from Pizza Hut? Seems like if that's a frequently asked question, you're not doing marketing good. But, the Space Jam Triple Treat Box, it is so funny how littered with trademarks this sentence.
Oh, because you got
Space Jam TM Triple Treat Box. Copyright R.
Well, so it's so funny that they copyright R the triple treat box. They really gotta get. You'd think it would be funny if it was like triple reserved treat copyright box TM.
Yeah, that'd be so good. The Space Jam Triple Treat Box is a limited time collab that packs a full feast inside a collectible Space Jam, again TM themed box. It's a slam dunk pick for feeding the crew. What comes in the Space Jam Triple Treat Box? It includes 2 medium 1-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and cinnamon sticks. Specific items may vary by location. Check your local store or the app for current lineup and availability.
Do you think that this treat box... I forgot what I was going to say. This treat box... Fuck! Yes. I lost it. I'm bad at podcasting. I'm bad at podcasting. Continue telling me about.
Do I think that it has all the food that they say in it? Probably.
Yes, there you go.
Is that what you're going? Yeah.
Do you think they'll bring it to you? Oh, do you think I remembered? Do you think that this FAQ is the marketing? Like you said,
I do think so.
They were like, hey, let's just not even do the marketing. Yeah. Let's just do an FAQ. Answer the questions the marketing would answer.
You know what's crazy? This movie's not available anywhere. So they couldn't do like a third. They couldn't do another pairing to be like, hey.
It's on HBO Max.
We're also. Sure. It's not.
Wait.
It's not. I have that service.
So this is not you. Okay. You are blowing my fucking mind. The sequel was a
you
fucking
have to
direct.
Rent it from. I know it. The sequel's not even on HBO Max.
But the sequel was released on HBO Max. They must have got insurance money for taking it down or something. Yeah. So it's not even available. You have to pay
money to rent it right now. It's not available on any service. So they couldn't also be partnering with HBO, which would have been a slam dunk, to use a basketball term. But
Swish.
But like one of the big things I kept seeing in comments is people being like, I didn't get my Space Jam sleeve. And then Pizza Hut would be like, send us a message. We still want you to be able to jam. And then they would just send that person a free download code for Space Jam.
The movie. Whoa, we should do that. Did you do that? Is that how you watched it? You emailed them and said, I didn't get my sleeve?
I didn't see that until
why wouldn't the movie,
my last bit of...
Why wouldn't the sleeve come with a download code for the movie or something then? Like,
well, because you got the cool sleeve.
But the movie is not available. Why would you... So they're like, we want to get people to rent it.
Yeah, it's a weird time to have the 30th anniversary and it's not on a service.
And there's a sequel that came out 2 fucking years ago. Like, none of that makes any sense to me.
Does the Space Jam Triple Treat Box include special packaging? Yes.
Hold on. I don't think that's a frequently asked question.
That's the only thing about it.
Why am I looking at this?
Frequently
asked question. Why am I looking at this? Who am I? How many?
So answer, yes. Special packaging using limited edition Space Jam branding will be available while supplies last. Order it when it's available and ask at checkout if special packaging is still in stock. If it available, it'll be applied automatically.
If it available.
So yeah, here's their post on their Facebook. Breaking: Space Jam Triple Treat Box limited edition sleeves are almost gone, but the games don't stop here. Join Hut Rewards for your chance to win Space Jam swag all tournament long. So this is also a March Madness time.
March Madness. There was a year where for March Madness, I think this might have been like 2021 or 2022, when Wendy's did, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, they did 50% off on breakfast for March, and I ended up having thousands of Wendy's
for
points.
Life out of Adam.
Thousands of Wendy's points. And every year I hope that it comes back, and it doesn't, because they must have lost a lot of fucking money. But that's how they got me addicted to Wendy's breakfast. They made it 50% off and lots of good rewards, and there you go, fan for life.
Yeah, you, much like many people in the comments on these Facebook pages, are like, man, I wish they would bring back this promotion. I guess I'll just keep eating there the normal amount until they bring back a thing that loses them a bunch of money. I don't eat there as much as I did during the promotion. During the promotion it was like 4 or 5 times a week. Now I'm down to once or twice. Don't cheese me. Don't treat me like that. I've lost weight since then. I have lost a bunch of weight. I'm not commenting on the weight. I'm saying that's a lot of Wendy's.
Not when it's 50% off. It's basically free. I
guess.
You could get a breakfast Baconator for $3, and that was when stuff was cheaper. Like, not only was it half price, but the base price was $2.50 cheaper. I've watched the breakfast Baconator combo go from like fucking $5.99 to $8.30. Like,
this is
in
your like
4
Tears
years.
in the Rain speech. It was just like, I watched the price of the Baconator.
Oh, dude, definitely. I'm Rutger Hauer at the end of fucking the Blade Runners.
All of these things are like oil in the rain. Right? Is that your
something like that? Yeah, it's definitely me wistfully remembering something cheap.
I mean, I do that often too. So I just wanted to, there's not a lot of good stuff going on in the comments in Pizza Hut, except I did find one person who is like the insane person on Pizza Hut.
Ooh.
And it's just because they, much like was it Burger? It was Burger King episode where someone just kept jumping in and going like, yes, bring the two Whoppers.
Absolutely.
For $5.
Why can't we get 2 for Whopper $5?
So this person is just jumping in and replying to random people. So somebody replied to this post with just the word price. To which Pizza Hut was like, the prices vary. Reach out to your store or whatever. And someone replied to them and said, $79.99 for 3 serving of bread. Get it now.
Huh. So this is all just robots talking to each other?
I think I clicked on that person's profile. They seem like a real well-adjusted person.
Oh.
And then they just get into the Pizza Hut comments and they go, triple bread box, space, period, lowercase, get all of the bread with no chicken or sodas for just $97.46. Pizza Hut, we've got the bread.
Is there a link?
A link?
Yeah, like does it have a way to send the money for the bread?
No.
Okay, see, I thought that maybe this was
they're doing a fake. They're running a fake ad. They're saying that Pizza Hut charges too much, and that they only serve you bread.
I thought they were I thought they were being funny, but it turns out they were being insipid.
Yeah,
There's a fine line these days, funny and insipid.
I just tried to the scratch off thing. This is a different person. I just tried to the scratch off thing to get some merch, and I was so disappointed to lose. I am always on the hunt for Pizza Hut merch, especially a t-shirt or hoodie. I am your biggest fan and will rep PH till I die.
PH?
Feel free to reach out if you ever want to hook a girl up with a small t-shirt.
That girl's pH is balanced.
No, if anything, it's all the way to one end. She wants more pH.
More pH.
Can I just ask, can you please bring back the Kalitza from the 80s? Even just for a limited time, it was so good, I can still taste it. What the fuck is a Kalitza?
A Kalitza. It's probably like, it's got to be Greek, right? Callisto? I don't know.
It would have been nice to see Pizza Hut make, or at least had a limited edition basketball to honor the 30th anniversary of Space Jam, but not those mini-sized, but regulation size.
I think they gave regular-sized basketballs away at Pizza Hut at some point.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
They also did sunglasses for
say.
Back to the Future 2.
Oh, man, this is another unmoderated page, I'm realizing. I will say, most Pizza Hut posts on their Facebook are them doing a just generic social media post, immediately followed by somebody going, I had a bad experience, immediately followed by Pizza Hut going, please message us directly.
Please message us directly. They should just, so you're saying Pizza Hut could just cut out the save some time and just post, have you had a bad experience with us?
Yep, just reach out.
Just reach out. You know,
Good
we're
luck
here.
Getting your box.
Nobody's learning about Pizza Hut for the first time today.
Yeah, nobody's.
It's a global brand. Even if you emigrate here from somewhere else, you understand the little hat or light or roof is Pizza Hut, you know?
Good luck getting your box. Why do the special promotion items never give you what you paid for? Stop offering the deal if you're not going to get the whole package.
Post that. You got to copy our podcast link in reply to that. Reply to that with a link to the. Don't do that. But
they replied to themselves and they just said, "I just ordered," and then it's a photo of their 3 loose boxes.
We never
get in a Space Jam.
We
sleeve.
Never get the shit. We never.
I know.
The fact that we're going to be able to talk
does.
about One Piece next week, and you actually got the cake.
I actually got the cake.
Unfucking real, dude.
Here's the biggest post in this entire thread. Praise Jesus Christ of Nazareth forever. He's the only one true King. Psalm 47. Live for him. Our eternal salvation depends on it. Time is running out. Lead us, magnificent, powerful, matchless, sovereign, perfect, Holy Spirit of God. Clock, clock, clock.
I'm always glad. I'm always glad when
that goes on for a long time.
I'm always glad when they include the of Nazareth, because I remember when Norm Macdonald one time was doing a bit where he said, Jesus Christ, of Nazareth. In case you didn't know, that always tickles me a little bit.
It's very good because I might be talking about a different Jesus,
Yeah, different Jesus Christ specifically. Like, that's why you have to say it.
I would love to receive my refund that I've requested 3 times through corporate, and all I get is the store will contact you. They haven't and likely never will. One of my emails was never responded to at all. What do I need to do?
What a pessimist.
Yeah, they'll probably get back to you.
What a fucking pessimist, dude. They take care. They probably don't take care of you, actually. No. I mean, have you ever, like, before, when I was going to McDonald's all the time, like a piece of shit, using the app all the time, man, when McDonald's gets something wrong on your order that you did in the app, it's kind of just like, well, I can dedicate the rest of my life to figuring out getting that Big Mac, or I can just, like, I would love to know how much money they make and lose just based on people not returning, like not reaching out about their orders being fucked up.
Yeah. No, every one of these comments is just,
where's the box? I didn't get my box.
Where's my box? Where's my answer to this previous concern? Here's one. Fire the moron in charge of your rewards system. I had 349 points, enough to get a large pizza. Now I only have 1,745 points, and a free large is 3,000. You basically took half my points away with your new system. Before it was $1 to $1. Now it's $10 to $1. So simple math says my new total should be 3,490, right?
You fucking idiot. No, they gave away too many. They got your ass.
Yeah.
That's you. Like, I just explained it with March Madness. That is how they fucking got your ass, dude. You have a piss brain, little pudding brain. You're easily manipulated. Welcome to the club. It sucks.
Yeah, here's the problem with capitalism, right? It's just like, it doesn't matter. You had a bad experience and they just won't do anything and they won't change anything.
They make more than enough money.
You'll probably come back is the thing. Or even if you don't, it doesn't matter. There's enough people who are ordering otherwise.
Someday you're going to host a podcast and you'll be back to Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm. And you'll go like, Pizza Hut's pretty good.
So are we done talking about Pizza Hut?
I'm done with Pizza Hut. I'm done with it.
I'll tell you what, after how good that double cheese was, I might be going back. Now that I know they've got a $12 or a $10 option. I always saw them as the Carl's Jr.
Pizza Hut.
I always saw them as the Carl's Jr. or the Hardee's. It's just like going to be $2 more, I
love Pizza Hut. I always just liked them so much more than Domino's. Like, I think Domino's is fine. I just, food taste-wise, the price doesn't enter into it as much just because I like them so much more. I'll treat it like a different thing. And I know it's not good pizza, but it's good pizza to me. It's my nostalgia pizza.
I liked it more than I thought I was going to. And I remembered how much I liked their buttery, crispy, even their hand tossed is like good, buttery, thick crust. It's good.
It's one that always sticks out to me. It is pizza chains from my childhood. The other one is Pizza Man.
Oh, there's one of those in my neighborhood.
Yeah, there was a Pizza Man when I worked at the bank. There was one within walking distance. I was like, I haven't eaten at a Pizza Man since my childhood. And I went and ate there and I was like, this is the best thing in the world. And it's because they put like a pound of cheese on every slice. Like, it's so much cheese.
Godfather's is one for me. Like, Godfather's Pizza Buffet was the absolute fucking goat of all pizza
and they
stuff.
Had that table Pac-Man machine.
Yeah.
You play Pac-Man in the table, and you had the dessert, like the apple strudel pizza. I remember Godfather pizza.
Space Jam, not a new legacy. No, the original.
Space Jam, starring Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny.
I forgot how much this movie was about Michael Jordan quitting basketball to play baseball. And then the reason he goes back to basketball is not because he fails as a baseball player, but because the Looney Tunes taught him how much he loved being on a basketball team and playing basketball.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's such a strange movie because also they do incorporate like his dad's death into it, which is like a big reason why he left basketball.
It's
because
weird.
His dad was like pretty horribly murdered, which would probably take a toll on you as a person.
And then you have to have it in this movie.
And then it's just part of the movie. You're just like, my dad died and he really wanted me to be a baseball guy. So I'm trying out the baseball thing.
His dad was murdered while changing a tire. Was that it? Or was that...
He was carjacked. And they like dumped his body in a swamp or something. Like, it was really, really horrible stuff.
The old swamp dump. Not into it.
Especially like, man, as awful, like... That's a horrible thing. And I imagine if you are like one of the most famous people in the world, you probably feel a certain amount of, I don't know, protection against that sort of thing happening to you, right?
Yeah, like you don't want... Yeah. Like, nothing could happen to me. I'm the richest man alive. Surely my dad's not going to be murdered.
I mean, I think we all feel that way about her. So the movie begins with a like flashback.
Okay. Yes.
Weirdest scene. I always remember this scene of just like the I believe you can fly thing. His dad's teaching him how to do basketball.
And he's like, I'd really like to play baseball. She's proving that he's a prodigy at basketball. I want to play baseball like you, Dad.
And then from there, we cut into the like opening song that rules.
Well,
like
so it's Whoomp There It Is, but Space Jam themed. And here's the thing, this montage, this is for the only way that I could explain this opening montage of Michael Jordan's history as a basketball player is, what if somebody doesn't know who Michael Jordan is and they find themselves...
for me as a kid.
And they, right? What?
Which was perfect for me as a kid.
Because you didn't know who Michael Jordan was?
I mean, I knew contextually that he was a basketball player, but...
Well, see, that's all, but then this wasn't for you. Because you already knew what this showed you. It shows you that he is the most famous basketball player to ever live. And it is so long. Like, it is 7.
It's the full length of the song.
And I feel like they play the song twice. I could be wrong. I'm not going to double check, but I think it's like a 25-minute intro.
Yeah. 45 minutes and then the rest of the like, come on and slam.
Yeah, dude. Love it. The music in this movie is really good. It was one of the great soundtracks of the 90s.
It was.
Absolutely.
And then we've got outer space. We get to see Moron Mountain, just the theme park.
Also, a tight, even though there's 10 minutes of intro, this is a tight 87-minute movie. So it really gets going. Moron Mountain, you see the Danny DeVito character, or as I call him, Frank from Sometimes It's Sunny in Philly. And then the cutest little villains, those little...
Yeah, I love those guys.
What are they called again before the Monstars?
The Nerdlucks.
The Nerdlucks.
Yeah. So they're things going out of business. Their amusement park called Moron Mountain is not well received by the alien children.
He shows a video of an alien child going, "This place sucks, Dad. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. And you're like, whoa.
This place is for fucking chodes. Dad, this place is for fucking chodes, Dad. Let's fucking go, dude.
And me watching as a kid, I was like, that must be the one fuck they get to say.
I'm mean to my mom.
Let's go home and demand dinner. So they realized that Looney Tunes would be a good thing.
They just happened to pop up on the TV. All the Looney Tunes, and the guys are like, he's like, we need something goofy, we need something spazzy, and then the little worm guys, the Lux guys are like, Looney, and they're like, get it? Yeah. I knew they really led you into that one.
Yeah, they're like, wouldn't it be a better thing if we had a bunch of chained up animals in our park that were unhappily performing?
Right? And then
that'd be awesome.
Oh man, they would. We get to that, but so they gotta go and get the Looney Tunes. And where are the Looney Tunes?
They're in Looney Tune World.
But where's that?
Through a portal.
It's in the center of the earth.
Yeah.
And now this is a warning. Let me go down a rabbit hole. Ah! I'm going to go down a rabbit hole.
Oh.
This is Warner Brothers. Okay.
Yes.
Warner Brothers also owns and operates the Godzilla King Kong.
Yeah, I was going to just say the Godzilla King
Kong,
where King Kong lives in the center of the world for some reason. In the Hollow Earth. They call it Axis Mundi in fucking in stupid.
Monarch. and they call it the Hollow Earth in the Godzilla movies and in King Kong movies, and that's where the Looney Tunes live. The Looney Tunes live in the Hollow Earth, and I put this together.
Is there a subplot in those like Godzilla movies ever where like, you know, RuPaul is in danger of exposing the Hollow Earth because of all the fracking?
What? Did I miss a joke? I'm so sorry that I didn't have that for you, bud. I'll punch that up in editing somehow. Can you explain that joke to me, please?
Well, the joke is RuPaul's land gets fracked.
What?
And fracking is...
RuPaul has land that gets fracked?
Yeah. Here, I'll find the...
Are you fucking kidding me? RuPaul owns land and they fracked it. Mm-hmm. Wow. Get the fuck out of here. RuPaul. That's like your thing about Michael Jordan's dad getting murdered. Somebody as high profile as RuPaul, you would never expect that they would get fracked. Yeah, I mean, it's... Let's see. Share with the class, please. Okay. There's a long silence after that. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've always been in favor of no misinformation. I just know it is a common thing that people like to say that RuPaul supports fracking. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, because it happens on their land. Okay. Right? But it looks like somebody did a misinformation cleanup thread and says it's not even his land. It's his husband's land that he inherited. Oh, well then frack away. It is a common occurrence for people in Wyoming to not own the mineral rights of their land. That's crazy. What happens when someone doesn't own the mineral rights to their land and the owner of the mineral rights wants to use that land? How? They get in there. What? I'll tell you how. They fucking go in there with crazy. They go in there with people with bonking sticks and they get bonking. Yeah. They're approximately 11.6. Wow. Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to keep things on track. Far be it from me. But they get the little guys, the little Granby guys, they go to the Looney Tunes and they say it's a really funny Looney Tunes bit. With Bugs Bunny, like, hey, where's this Bugs Bunny guy? And Bugs thinks he's like got one over on these little motherfuckers, but then they blast him and they're like, we fucking know you're Bugs Bunny, idiot. Yeah, we've seen the cartoons. We literally saw the cartoons a moment ago. It's what prompted us to come here and kidnap you. And they do say slave a lot. Like there's a lot of like, and then when they're saying that Michael Jordan's going to be their slave, there's an additional level to that that is unsettling to me. They're gonna enslave the Looney Tunes and make them act at their park. What the fuck? How does Bugs get out of this? Well, he tricks them into a deal because he notices how little they are. Well, and he's like, I can trick them into playing basketball. Well, he says we need to be able to defend ourselves. Yeah. And then he goes to the group of Looney Tunes and he goes, what would be a good thing for us to do? And people are recommending funny things. And then they go around Robin like, well, they're small. They clearly can't jump. They're slow. And it's like listing on, would you come to that conclusion? Would you let's say, Andrew, real question. Yeah. We're in this situation, you and I, aliens come and they're like, we're going to enslave you and make you do your podcast or whatever else you do, for free, which we do anyway. It's kind of the same thing. But maybe it would be better for us. Maybe it wouldn't be a lateral move for us. Probably get some sort of benefit out of it. Right? Ideally, a place to live, another planet. Get out of my credit card debt, We'd have that kind of little aliens that are friends with us. So they come in there and they say, we're going to take you away. And then they liked our show enough in the first place to enslave us. So. But, hey, that's a compliment. That's something, It's like, yeah, you're getting catcalled, but that means you're doing something right. Now, the direct parallel. They say, gotta be your slave. You are smart. You trick them and say, well, we in the rule book here, we get to defend ourselves. And then you and I put our heads together. Do you think we would come up with basketball? No. See, I growing up was on a basketball team because tall. You growing up was on a basketball team because tall? Because tall. Everyone go,
why not on basketball team?
Tall? Question mark.
And I go, I don't know how to do that.
Tall? Question mark. Basketball team?
And so I was put on a basketball team because my mom wanted me to be in sports. And
she didn't know you at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of that growing up.
You'd never met.
But the thing about like sports, at least in my town when you're a kid, because I was signed up for many sports.
Me too.
And the reason baseball really stuck for me is because the rules are very simple for baseball. I did not understand the rules on any sports, and that wasn't part of the teaching, because presumably if you're signing up for a sport, you are a fan of the sport. So with basketball, it's just like, they're just like, okay, we're going to practice running back and forth and throwing a ball. And we're, okay. And then it's like, we're in a game now. And it's like, well, I don't know what the rules of the game are. And I don't like watching basketball. So I have never been explained how to play this game.
Interesting.
It's a strange thing.
It's a real chess club. You show up at the chess club. How's the horse go? How does the horse neigh?
Well, you signed up for this, so you probably like that, right?
No,
so
my mom signed me up for it because we just met yesterday.
Because
she did not see all of my video games and manga in my room.
All tall. Well, you're good at math. Here's chess. Just play. And I was like, I don't get that, though. What do you mean? What are the rules? But yeah, I was put into basketball. No idea what rules were. I would not choose basketball as my way to defend myself.
But even baseball, it would be hard to know the rules. Like, can you just run? You have to hit the ball first? You can't just walk up to the plate and then take off running?
That one at least, I'm like, I can watch a round of baseball and be like, okay, so 3 chances basically to hit this thing. And if I do, I get to run.
And you know that they're called a round.
Somebody stops me.
You know that a baseball game is made up of several rounds.
Sure.
Which you just said, you called an inning a round. I think several that's great rounds. For you. You really don't know. Wow, even now. No, crazy.
I'm not a sports guy.
Well, we're never going to cover it.
Yeah, definitely not in this one here, where we're talking about, what was it again? Basketball.
Basketball. And the little guys are like, we don't know what basketball is. And then they find out, and they go and they steal the talent from 4 best basketball players and one regular rank and file. They go out of their way. The announcers go out of their way to say, this isn't just affecting the all-stars. There's also this one tall white rank and file guy that's also been lost their talent. And I will tell you this, when these aliens, there's a scene where they're in a trench coat, 4 aliens in a trench coat next to Homer Simpson and a lady character actor I don't remember the name of. And she's obviously thinks they're jerking it or whatever. Like that's like supposed to be the joke in this kids movie. But then they go on to steal Charles Barkley's power in like the most disgusting and visceral way. Like a goop goes into Charles Barkley and then comes out of him and goes into a glowing basketball.
Yeah, they keep stealing like their souls.
They steal the soul of their game.
Swirling basketball.
And I think it's funny because this becomes a kind of an interesting B story for the movie is like what these talentless basketball superstars are trying to do to like figure out what the fuck happened.
Well, because they all turn into like
coordinationless idiots.
Yeah, what the hell? Why can't I think of his name right now? They all turn into that one senator.
Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell.
No, they all turn into John Fetterman.
Oh,
it's just like these big lumbering ogres.
Well, but also
just wandering into traffic.
But I think they turn into Mitch McConnell because remember when he stroked out on camera a couple times and just no offense to people that had a stroke, but you shouldn't be a 1,000-year-old stroke having congressperson. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, quit your job. You don't need to do it anymore.
Quit your job, and then also, how about this? Go straight to hell after you quit your job there, Mitch.
Yeah, don't worry. You've already ruined enough lives in incalculable ways.
We'll never be able to repair the world from the harm you've done. You might as well call it a day.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not getting any worse.
Your legacy is your legacy, and your old legacy is
your Space Jam and your legacy. So yeah, they take all the souls, and then they become huge. Like there's a funny scene of the Looney Tunes being like, "Oh, you little guys are gonna play basketball," and then they juice up with the juice from the basketball players, and it turns them into these monstars. Yeah, they turn into big, rude dudes.
Yep, I love it. I think
they all got a unique look based on the player that they took the soul from.
Exactly, which is interesting. It makes them bigger and crazier. I don't like the scale of the Monstars. When they hold a basketball and it looks like a golf ball, I don't like that.
Well, that's another thing too. It's just like, I don't know. Certainly, like, height is a thing in basketball, obviously. I think there is a certain point where that stops being the case. Like when the scale is like the ball is like an M&M in your hand.
Being tall ain't going to help you.
I don't think that would help. I think that would be really hard to dribble something that is the size
golf
of
ball
like,
just bouncing around.
Like a ping pong ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I dribble a ping pong ball, it is a mess.
Yes. Which I'm always trying to do. The cat loves it.
So the Looney Tunes now, they're in trouble because they have become Monstars. And we've gotten to the point where I was in my rewatch here. So I'm going to hit play, even though there's definitely not as much time left in the podcast as there is in this movie. Yeah. So now what the fuck are the Looney Tunes going to do?
They need to get Michael Jordan.
It's funny because
the most famous guy.
Michael Jordan does everything but basketball for the first half of this movie. He plays baseball.
He's golf.
And now he's golfing with Bill Murray and Larry Lawrence Bird. Larry Bird, who is a better actor than Michael Jordan, we find in this scene.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan, worst actor to ever act. Like, I could not fucking believe this.
He's really bad in this movie. But there is such a weird thing of like being a kid. And like, I know who Bill Murray is and I know who Michael Jordan is. And I don't know who Larry Bird is, but like, I know of a man called Larry Bird and this guy's being referred to as Larry Bird. But then Wayne Knight is Stan Podolak.
Yeah, Wayne Knight is Michael Jordan's personal assistant that was given to him by the baseball team to make sure he's happy.
Because he just be Wayne Knight? Like,
something
why is everyone else
should be
by
Wayne
name?
Knight. Like, we've got Wayne Knight here
that
to
would
be
funny.
It would be funnier. Like Seinfeld's done. Well, actually, he's mid Seinfeld. But that's the other thing about this is like. We didn't mention when Michael Jordan's bad at baseball, right? Yeah. And everybody on the baseball team, everybody loves him. They're like, no, it's okay that you struck out. And the catcher is like telling him what pitches the pitcher is going to throw. He's like, man, I fucking love you, dude. It is I don't think that I would get there. If I was writing this movie, I don't think that I would be like, people love him so much that even though he's terrible at baseball, they think he's the best.
I think it's such a funny bit. It's so condescending to Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, it's crazy. Like, with a movie that's clearly, like, produced by him.
And it happened recently.
Like, starring him.
Like, he's only been back to playing basketball as number 45 for, like, a couple of years at this point.
Which is, like, I'm glad he seems to have a layer of self-awareness where he's just like, fucking rag on me, man. Who cares?
Well, I don't think
that was a dunk on my career.
I think that the only way you could be as bad at acting as he is and not have that self-awareness is if you're Tommy Wiseau. Like, because Michael Jordan is so fucking bad at acting in this, and the movie doesn't do him any favors. No. Because so much of this movie, because now the Looney Tunes are going to get him off the golf course, but
well,
so Bugs Bunny uses a magnet.
Nothing.
Bugs Bunny uses a magnet because golf balls are not magnetic. That doesn't make any sense.
No. You don't think there's a big ball of metal inside of a golf ball?
Right. There's rubber bands in there. Did you know that? Yeah. The inside of a golf ball is tightly wound rubber bands. Weird. Now, they kidnap Michael Jordan from the third sport that he plays in this, or the second sport that he plays in this movie that is not basketball. And Wayne Knight is now got to try and C story now. Wayne Knight is trying to dig his way through this golf green to find where he is.
That's a good bit.
The whole size at the end, the implication that Wayne Knight, Dennis Nedry, the guy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. 2 weeks. We
teacher from Five.
We got a 2-week break from our Dennis Nedrys.
Yeah, it is very funny that to think of the golf like the people who own the course just letting this guy just destroy.
Oh well,
like
he's Michael Jordan's
crater that he is dug by the time.
He's Michael Jordan's personal assistant. He can do whatever he wants. Now we can kind of jump ahead a little bit here because it's really just Michael Jordan learning who the Looney Tunes are, not being too surprised that they're real and that he can talk to them. And this is where
there's
acting.
A scene where they have to the Looney Tunes have to break into his house to get his gear back.
Yes, they do that. The kids see the Looney Tunes. They keep it a secret.
Yeah, it's real Santa Claus stuff, basically.
Yes. And then there's not like a training montage. They really missed out on that. Is there? Do they show because they show
really,
the team.
They kind of just get better when they drink they have a training montage, but it goes bad, right?
That's in the game, though. In the game at halftime.
That is the game.
At halftime, they're like, Michael's secret potion. Bugs writes on a bottle of water, and it gives them placebo effect of being great. But basically, they're going to play to beat the Monstars, and then the Looney Tunes will have their freedom. But and this game is so all the marbles. This is for the fate of the Looney Tunes world. Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. The acting falls off a fucking cliff now. If you thought Michael Jordan was bad at acting on a set or a golf course or whatever, you ain't seen nothing yet, because once that guy needs to react to something that isn't there, that's it. Oh my God, the faces he makes. I want a supercut of the close-ups of him going huh? Dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can't blame him too much. It is a thing that
poorly
has
directed
some of our best actors, but when you put somebody on just a green screen with a bunch of nothing, it's very hard to act.
Well,
it's hard to act against.
You'll notice that the name on my Zoom is Roger Rabbit, but basketball, which I imagine was a big pitch for this. And isn't it crazy how much better Roger Rabbit 10 or 11 years before this? Isn't it wild how much better they integrated the live action and the animation? To me, it's
because
insane.
They got the best animator in the world.
Well, but why didn't they do that for this? That's what I guess my question is.
Probably budget. They didn't want to spend the money, would be my guess. And probably, I would say, there was way less passion for this project.
Fair. It's an ad for Michael Jordan coming back to basketball.
Yes.
But also, and we'll talk about this in the ratings at the end, but I don't like the animation in this at all. It looks really bad. I think that it's 90s animation, 90s fucking movie Looney Tunes animation. I don't like it at all. And it's funny because they show you better examples of it when they show the previous Looney Tunes cartoons. And then you're like, oh, that's what good animation looks like. And then you got to watch this crap.
I mean, the thing is, though, what I will say, and this is comparing a poop to a turd or whatever, but Space Jam: A New Legacy looks so bad.
I haven't heard it. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't fully watched it either, but I watched the trailer yesterday and it is horrible.
We'll cover that in 30 years. We'll cover that in 28 years when Pizza Hut does the tie-in for the 30-year anniversary of A New Legacy. Yeah. And we're on season 300 or 30 of the podcast.
Yeah, we have distinct seasons in this. But they just try to do this really bad current 2D style, and then they also try to do a weird 3D style at some point. The trailer shows the characters moving from 2D to 3D, and they look bad at both ends. Ugh. And it makes this movie look great.
Oh, fair. But it's just, I'd rather watch the animation for Tiny Toons, basically, I guess, than this glossy fucking overwrought stuff. So we get to the game. Michael Jordan had to get his underwear, his North Carolina shorts, so he can wear them under his other shorts.
You'd get a little plug-in for the team that he owns.
And they start playing. He owns the North Carolina, the college team?
I think so. What is it?
No, it's a college team. So
it's Minority Owner. Oh, Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets. No, this is his college team.
Yes.
So the game is a big animation to do. It's like the Monstars kick their ass for the first half.
Yep,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Oh, we also forgot to mention Lola Bunny, hot as fuck. We have to mention that this is
awakening for many.
This is before they made her a flat white in the new one. Everybody was complaining about that.
She doesn't have like big old.
She doesn't. The fact that they're saying that they desexualize the fact that, I'm sorry, but her attitude is what makes her sexy. Okay.
Yes.
And also, I always kind of thought
the shorts.
I always thought that wasn't Lola Bunny just Bugs Bunny dressed as a lady? Didn't Bugs Bunny play Lola Bunny back in the like? No,
he's much more cartoonishly like
made
sexual when he plays a woman.
Fair. Okay, so because they did the tryouts, we got through all of that. We're trying to keep this under 90 minutes here so that we get to the game. The first half, they get their ass kicked in the locker room.
Here I'll say too, in the kicking ass scene, my favorite bit is Daffy Duck getting like slammed into paste.
Oh yes, dude. There's so much of that.
He's just like, mother, I don't want to go to school. I want to stay home and bake cookies with you.
Yeah.
And he's just like, isn't he just like squirreling around and the guy can't get him off of him?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's so good. Best bit in the movie.
All of the cartoon stuff is pretty fun. They do a good job of like, what if the Looney Tunes played a basketball game?
Yeah.
And Bugs Bunny gives them Michael's trying to give him an inspiring speech, and then Bugs is like, nah, these motherfuckers are too dumb for an inspiring speech. I know what these dummies need. And then he writes Michael's magic juice or whatever on a bottle of water, and he passes it around, and they're all going nuts, and Michael's like, that's just water. And Bugs like, shut up. These people are fucking so stupid. I can manipulate them with this. And then they don't really get stronger, but they look like they have something going on. And then they can play basketball for the second half.
Yeah. And they do.
Yeah.
And they do really good.
They get close. They're just about
so close.
To tie it up. And this, I have to talk about this. Before we watched this movie, I said to my wife, I wonder how Michael Jordan's horrific gambling addiction is going to play into this film, right? I wonder if they're going to touch on that. And then like 80 minutes into an 87-minute movie, Michael Jordan goes, I'm going to bet that we can win. And if we do, all the Looney Tunes go free. But if we lose, I will go be in your people zoo or whatever. And it's just like I thought, I guess I missed. I thought that's what we already
certainly probably ever made is I will be in slavery.
And yes, again, kind of a additional, I'm not trying to be too woke, but there is an additional layer of complication on top of all of that, the North Carolina of it all.
Yeah. Not great.
But they win, and Bill Murray comes out and plays good because he said he could play in the NBA because all this.
But he doesn't play defense.
And then they win. Oh, it's great. They
win because Michael Jordan can do the big long cartoon arm.
It's so funny because they're like, no, because Wayne Knight comes out and gets flattened, and it's horrifying. The Wayne Knight the flat Wayne Knight is really fucking striking. It is not good. It is very scary.
Well, the long arm Michael Jordan's also quite gross.
Right?
Like his like long salami arm. Like his arm looks so gross when it's stretching out.
So Michael Jordan is like, wait, Wayne Knight just got flattened like a pancake and he's fine. And Bugs Bunny is like, yeah, it's Looney Tunes fucking shit, dude. You do anybody that's here can fucking do that shit. And so then Michael does the big stretch jam at the end.
That is introducing Matrix rules into it. Right?
At the end.
Of just right
in the last 5 minutes of the story.
Do you think the Wachowskis are just like watching this and they're just like, oh, if you're in the world and you understand the rules, then you can abuse them.
Yes. And
that's when the Matrix came out 3 years later.
And that's also what Bryan Singer thought about being a director. If you understand the rules, you can abuse them.
Yes.
And so we get Bill Murray, we get Wayne Knight, we get fucking, and then they win. The cute little Monstars give the power back to the. Oh, that's because that's the bet. He goes, if we win, you give my basketball friends their power back.
Also, it wasn't like the entire concept of basketball was like at risk of dying because these like 4 players or 5 players were not able to play.
Because all the other players were on strike, or not on strike, but they didn't want to play because they don't know what's going on. They're like, but that happened in a different arena.
Think they're being targeted.
But then the NBA even says, hey, we don't know what the fuck's going on. It might be, maybe it's a terrorist attack targeting. That's what they would do
like
now.
A Death Note scenario.
In 2002, if this came out in 2002, they'd be like terrorists or possibly attacking basketball players with goo. But yeah, so they win. The cute little alien guys are like, we don't like living with that asshole on Idiotburg, Moronville. So then they become Looney Tunes. And then Michael Jordan goes back with the glowing basketball and he gives them their powers back, right? The basketball players. Is Bugs Bunny with him at that time? Does Bugs Bunny does a Looney Tune walk into the room with him at the end? I can't remember, but it would be.
So I don't remember.
I'm trying to find it now, because I really feel like there was so many credits on an animated film. Jesus Christ.
Why do we need to credit all those people who put so much time and effort?
I agree. No, I don't think he's got he's got Wayne Knight with him, not a Looney Tune. But he does get out of a spaceship though. I think he does get out of a spaceship.
I mean, not visibly to them, though, right?
I'm going to find out. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm seeing he just walks into
a gymnasium,
a weird random gymnasium,
where they're sitting around going, "We're never going to be able to play basketball again. Some of us are good actors, and some of us aren't." Muggsy Bogues, put him in more stuff.
I like It would be fun bit to...
Michael Jordan gets out of the spaceship at a baseball game. So part of the whole thing is Wayne Knight's trying to get him to a baseball game by a certain time. And so a cartoon spaceship drops him off in the middle of a minor league baseball game.
Yeah.
And that's really something else.
It'd be a good bit.
Not only do aliens exist, but cartoons exist.
What's a good bit they could have gotten like 2 minutes more film out of? And the powers did not go back to the right players.
Oh, so like
all
Charles
the
Barkley gets little.
Went into like they're better at different things. Like the short guy's good at not dunking. So
it would be hard to show that in the time that they have. You need another movie of them learning their new skill set. But definitely.
Yeah, and then they go and they do a basketball game. The end.
And then he's back, number 45. And that I think it would be funny if thousands of years from now, when the future humans look back on this time in history and they're like, why did the world's greatest basketball player, Michael Jordan, go back to basketball from baseball? And it's like, well, it's because the Looney Tunes, like they think this is like a documentary.
It's history. What happened?
This is 30 for 30. They should do a 30 for 30
biopic. This is a biopic of Michael Jordan's career.
It's funny because I actually collected. There was a time when Upper Deck cards and Looney Tunes were releasing like Looney Tunes baseball cards, and it was after this. Basically, they did a Space Jam set, and then they did like basically like what if Space Jam was other sports, and they told it in cards. And so I have like binders of those in my closet right now. I was really into Looney Tunes, I guess, now that I think about it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me, honestly.
That I would be into Looney Tunes?
Yeah. I like Looney Tunes. I'm just not into them, I guess.
I mean, I have hundreds of toys and cartoon-based stuff behind me. I don't know.
Looney Tunes don't feel like a big toy.
Well, here's where I would say then. That is the comedy nerd part of me that loves Looney Tunes. As a comedian, I grew up like I mean, shit, I watched all that shit for hours and hours and hours and hours, you know? I mean, when they finally got some, and they've just, even in the streaming, even when Warner Brothers owns fucking everything, they were never able to just give us every Looney Tunes cartoon on a streamer. It was always like a curated bunch of fucking shit.
I own the like complete Looney Tunes like collection, or the most complete.
Yeah, that fucking complete.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the collection that exists opens with like Whoopi Goldberg sitting there. It's just like, hey, some of these haven't aged well, but we're including them because we think they're important or whatever. Like
now they just wouldn't include them. Now it's like Song of the South that goes in the vault. So this is where
a Reddit post.
What was that?
Oh yeah,
well, go for it.
I was gonna say I found a Reddit post about Space Jam. Said, how many of you liked Space Jam growing up? So that was the question posed by our OP. One of the replies, Space Jam is probably the most important movie I've seen in my entire life.
Okay.
Obviously, I've seen much better movie in my 37-year life, but Space Jam literally changed my life. I was not a sports fan at all before I saw the movie in 96. I was 7, going on 8. After seeing that movie, I asked my mom for a basketball and started to learn to shoot. I then joined the JV basketball team at my school the next year.
Is this going to be LeBron James?
My love for Michael Jordan started with that movie and watched all Bulls games on WGN. From there, I watched the Super Bowl that was held in San Diego in 98, and that was the first football game I watched in full. Then I became a baseball fan in 98 with the San Diego Padres making the World Series, and continued to watch and play sports like tennis, soccer, boxing, and even hockey for a little while. Today, I'm the biggest sports fan most people in my life know.
Oh my God, this person is the most annoying person in there.
To Space Jam.
So what did you say at the end there so I can get it clean?
And it all traces back to Space Jam.
I'm the most annoying man my wife knows, and it's all because of Space Jam.
The most misleading post. You think from the opening of just I mean,
he's a professional basketball player.
Yeah, I know, right? I went on to play for, whoever.
The Scarlet Pistons.
And it's just, nope, I just really like sports, and Space Jam I can thank for that.
Well, so I am going to slam the door on discussing Space Jam, and I'm going to open the cage door to the movies over my hammy Pentagon, where we put food and media in to duke it out. We got Space Jam in this corner. We got fucking Pizza Hut in this corner. What are the categories again? I can never remember them. Bom, 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 bom. EA Sports. Bom, 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 bom.
Let me pull the categories up. So first off, we have appearance. What looked better, the movie or the food?
I feel terrible wanting to give this to the food. The pizza looked very good.
Yeah.
I think that the matching of the animation and the live action is not great. They could not spend Who Framed Roger Rabbit money on this. So what are you thinking on this one?
I mean, my pizza looked like pizza. Like it didn't look like beautiful, or it didn't look like the ad or whatever.
I will say, okay, thank you for helping me figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the movie because pizza just looks like a pizza. The movie looks like a cartoon and a human being are occupying the same two-dimensional space. So yeah, the movie.
Yeah. And,
those little monsters
Roger
are cute.
Rabbit looks better. That's like saying, I don't know, the best piece of art that's ever been made looks better than something else,
Sure.
I love Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I got to stop comparing this to the greatest thing that's ever been in the same category.
All right. So then we move on to ingredients. The ingredients of the food, the quality of ingredients that made up your food versus the cast and crew of this film.
I have to give this to the movie because Michael Jordan is... So here's the thing. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever live, but the worst actor. So which ingredient are we going with here? Because he brings the basketball fans, but he loses the acting fans, But then you also have Larry Bird, great. All of the best basketball players are here of the time. Mm-hmm. And Bill Murray, who's
Bill Murphy,
who's one of the fucking biggest actors of the time. Also, Wayne Knight coming off hot Jurassic Park 3 years earlier, and current Seinfeld. So I got to give it to the movie.
Yeah, I think I do as well, even though it looks like this director only literally directed this movie and commercials.
Oh, this was directed by a commercial. He directed all the Michael Jordan Nike commercials.
I think so.
Yeah.
And like some Pepsi ads. His name is Joe Pitka.
You should have had an animation director do this.
Yeah.
Because that's why, even though Back in Action is not great, it is closer to a live action hybrid Looney Tunes movie than this.
Then we're on to writing. So Kelsey brought it to our attention that comparing a full movie script to product copy isn't always the best.
Well,
which, I can understand this.
I guess, yes, that's how somebody would look at it if they're comparing them as analogous to each other. But I look at it as like, is the screenplay as effective or more effective as a screenplay than the copywriting is effective as copy?
Yes.
So it makes perfect sense to me. I don't know maybe I'm a fucking idiot on my own podcast. I don't know. But
let me give you this. There's no better way for Pizza Hut to feed buzzer-beating good times than during the most exciting stretch in basketball. Chief Marketing Officer Melissa Freeb said in a statement, partnering with WBDGCP to showcase Space Jam allows us to tap into the culture and nostalgia that generations of fans love while bringing something new and unexpected to game night. Whether you're the seasoned commissioner leading your friend's bracket draft or watching just for the mascots, Pizza Hut is proud to help feed good times for the most passionate fans all tournament long.
Okay. So here's the thing. Even with my criteria of what's more effective as what, right? Yeah. I have to give it to the movie because it's got good Looney Tunes jokes in it.
Yes.
And those are the purest animation jokes.
Yeah, I would have to give it to the movie as well. I mean, here's the thing. Movie is going to win now because it's got 3 out of the 5. I will say this about, if this was purely comparing movie to Pizza Hut, I would give it to Pizza Hut.
Yes.
This is a bad tie-in.
Agreed.
It is a sleeve box that they didn't market at all.
Yeah, we're comparing the tie-in, kind of, So you're right.
Also, here's all the taglines for this movie, just so you know them, because they're really good. Together, they just might save the world. On November 15th,
the world is not
ready to jam.
The world is not in jeopardy. The human world is... that's the other thing about this movie. The human world never in jeopardy for a moment.
Never.
Worst case scenario is 6 basketball players, one of whom was already retired, no longer play the game. Yeah. I think they'll be fine.
Another tagline, the world you know will never be the same.
That is fucked up, dude. What? Because now...
the final tagline, get ready to jam.
That's pretty good. That's the best one. They should stick around with that one.
Sadly, that's the best one.
That is the best one. Now, one thing that I will say, what are the last 2 categories again?
How did it sit with you?
And to my taste?
Did it leave you thinking versus did it leave you pooping? I mean, the pizza sat with me good.
Yeah, pizza's better.
This movie is...
So the pizza wins the last 2 for sure.
Yeah, because it's to my taste. I do love cartoons. I don't like basketball though, so that's the thing.
And I don't like terrible acting from us. I don't like when sports people are in movies.
I'm not the biggest terrible acting guy.
I'm not a big terrible acting guy. I don't unironically watch The Room.
Yeah, I don't unironically watch it. So yeah, it goes to Space Jam, but again,
caveat: the system is kind of we're working on it.
But also, yeah, I would give it to Pizza Hut. Do better with your tie-ins. This is a bad tie-in.
We want you.
You would have won if you did anything.
The next time we do a tie-in with you, Pizza Hut, you better be on your fucking shit, bro, because we're coming for you.
Don't just give me a box with a thing on it. I don't care.
You better shape the pizza like a basketball. You better do a 3D pizza.
Why not make a basketball standard size, Pizza Hut?
Or make the pizza so it's like half like you lay the pizza over a basketball and then you put that so it's like a dome pizza.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of options. Do we have a game this week?
No. Just a few more people talking about how many of you like Space Jam.
Lay it on me, bro. Let's go out with a bang.
If Bugs Bunny and Daddy Duck breaking into Michael Jordan's house wasn't enough for you, then there is no pleasing you.
Daddy Duck?
Daddy
Duck? Huh. Much to watch. They must be having a Mangala effect.
I call this movie the movie of my summers when I were young. I have the movie on VHS, and when was on my grandma's house, I always watched it.
Oh, man, when was on your grandma's house, you always watched it? That's so heartwarming. Oh, that's where I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when on my grandma's house.
Here's a good follow-up to that heartwarming one. Anybody I've ever known who didn't like Space Jam have been dealt with appropriately. May they rest in peace.
Wow, this person murdered everybody that doesn't like Space Jam. I mean, shit. Like, fair. And honestly, good for you. Stick it to it. Good for him. Said he'd do something, did it.
My older siblings, who are both mid-late 80s babies, saw it in theaters as little kids.
I thought they were just going to say they're mid. My brother, my brother and my siblings are fucking mid as shit, and they love this garbage.
It kind of just existed when I came into existence. I loved the movie. It's a classic. Now I'm older. It doesn't make too much sense, but it's still a classic.
Right. Doesn't make too much sense.
Another common theme in these, people seem to be confused about Space Jam. They seem to think it doesn't make sense.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It kind of doesn't, in the sense that, like, again, the human world, never at stake. Michael Jordan places the bet at the end to get his friend's basketball skills back. And wouldn't that be funny if that was the first bet he ever placed?
Yeah,
and that's what kicked off his lifelong gambling addiction.
He won so big. To be honest, it didn't age too well, but it will still be one of my favorites. It's one of those that you had to be there to understand. For kids our generation, Michael Jordan was nothing short of a real-life superhero, even for us as Europeans kids that discovered the NBA universe in the 90s. It was that one unquestionable law that the basket player was Michael Jordan, period.
The NBA universe. When we discovered, do you remember when you discovered the NBA universe? All the owners and the players,
the undisputed basket player.
All of the various grounds crews at the stadium, at the arenas. You know, the NBA universe.
And the humor of the movie still works, even though, Michael ain't really an actor and Murray is giving the bare minimum he can muster for his paycheck. The movie is still very funny, and that soundtrack, chef's kiss.
I want to close on that one because it's perfect.
A pretty good one.
It's perfect. Yeah. And just the idea that person who is really having a tough time expressing themselves, even they know how dog shit Michael Jordan is as an actor. I fucking love it. They're like, hey, look, I'm seriously having trouble expressing myself, but even I know Michael Jordan cannot act for shit.
They all know Bill Murray's just like, hey, I'll pick up a paycheck. Why not? I'll show up for, 2 scenes in this movie.
He's pretty funny. He
does Michael Jordan's best friend for some reason.
Bill Murphy also very problematic. We'll get into that when we cover a Lost in Translation versus a Moons Over My Hammy Sandwich. So thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
And we've got an email address. It's moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com. Please
send us an email.
Send us an email
about
tie-ins.
A tie-in menu.
If you think of if you think of a fucked up esoteric tie-in menu, let us know.
Oh yeah.
Like if you've got an idea to pitch, go for it. My brother was like, because I told him we watch Bratz, and he was like, why do you watch a bad movie when you can pick what movies you watch? And it's like, tell me you don't listen to podcasts and that you've never listened to my podcast and that you don't understand the very concept of podcasts, because this is it. All right. This is the podcast.
I'll say it is much easier to talk about a bad movie because you can dunk on it hard. Versus if we talk about one battle after another,
dunk.
So much of it is just me saying I liked this thing they did.
Plus, you can dunk on it.
I can dunk on it.
And hey, just do everything else in the bumper. Rate, review, like, subscribe. Please help.
Do all this stuff. Don't write into us at suggesting Raising Cane versus Raising Canes, because we're already going to do that.
Absolutely. It's on the list. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
To talk about John Lithgow. Goodbye.
Bye. John Lithgow. Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay. Not enough podcast about fast food.